Hey, this is Emily Galvin Almanza with your weekly video while I sit here waiting for my Zoom to start. So you probably took note that this week the Supreme Court was hearing oral argument on the question of whether the obstruction statute brought against the January 6th defendants was in fact a kind of overly broadly utilized tool that was giving prosecutors too much leverage and not enough restraint. And if that perks up your ears and that concerns you, look in your own backyard. Because pretty much every state has some kind of nebulous obstruction statute that lets police arrest people for doing things that you or I might not actually consider to be misconduct. So for example, California, PC 148, makes it illegal to willfully resist or delay or obstruct a police officer in carrying out their lawful duties. What does that look like? Does that look like shouting? Being too close? Being a protester, like sitting in the street and refusing to move? It's super broad. And as a public defender, it means that we see these cases all the time where police have arrested people for doing something that does not feel criminal. We often see them paired with what I think of as the red flag resisting arrest case. In a red flag resisting arrest, a person has been arrested for resisting arrest, but what they were originally being arrested for is like totally unclear because there was no legitimate underlying arrest. The person was resisting, the police were irritated, they make an arrest. Legally, this case should be dismissed and go away. But police will often make bogus arrests in incidents where they have crossed a line. Because when a person has been arrested and is going to be prosecuted, sometimes the state has more leverage to prevent that person from suing the jurisdiction. There's a case from 1987 called Newton versus Rumeri, in which the Supreme Court decided that it was allowable for prosecutors to tell people, okay, I'll dismiss the criminal charges against you if you sign this paper saying that you're not going to sue the city for anything the police did to you. As long as that is allowable, police have an incentive to bring bogus charges against people who experienced misconduct. And these obstruction statutes make it so much easier.